The final two races in the Vodacom Isondo Sports 2000 series for 2002, and it has indeed been a great season for South Africa's official development series.
Well, yet another championship going right down to the wire in the Vodacom Power Tour, and that's the Isondo Sports 2000s. And Kern Francis and Morna Edis. Well, Kern, I'll start with you. You've both got the same number of wins. There's only 6 points difference. It's all to play for today.
Oh yes, most definitely, and with the way qualifying went, things are going to be quite exciting. So I look forward to doing my best.
Well, you've got your teammate Devon Munsami on pole position. He's also really in line to win as well.
Yes, actually, yeah, that's another thing we have to contend with, but hopefully we'll all go just well, and may the best man win.
Morna, you become the meat in the sandwich, so to speak.
That's the way I like it. It's more exciting like that. It's good for the spectators. I feel I've got some more pace still. I don't think qualifying is a true reflection of what I can do. So we'll see what happens in the race.
Devon Munsami has done everything he needs to do. He will start in pole position ahead of Morna Edis. Then on the second row, Zenzi Mafakwane and championship leader Kern Francis. This, of course, is South Africa's official development series. It is nice and tight. Kern Francis leads Morna Edis from Cape Town by 6 points, and Devon Munsami, the pole man, is only 21 points down. Devon Munsami, Morna Edis on the front row, then Zenzi Mafakwane and Kern Francis on the second row. As they come, that's Morna Edis on the left-hand side of your screen, as Devon Munsami gets the accelerator down, and away they go. 8 laps of hopefully great action ahead of us. Munsami leads Edis into the Telkom curves for the first time, and in third now, car number 7, that's Simon Mosley, moving up into third position. Well, he started in 7th position, so I'm sure that there may be just some questions asked about that start. So far so good through Nashua, the Nashua complex, and Edis takes the outside line around Munsami. It goes past, so Morna Edis goes into the lead down the Nashua straight, the old straight, and Morna Edis takes the lead ahead of Devon Munsami. Then Simon Mosley into third position, as we said. Very quick start there. Coming into Goodyear now. Number 15 is, of course, that's Kern Francis. That's Kern Francis into third position. So apologies to Simon Mosley. Kern Francis, in fact, in third place. That's the championship leader, Kern Francis. There he is in number 7. Just behind him is Simon Mosley. Well, he did have a good start, as he started in 7th position, so he's up into 4th place, into Westbank for the first time. And the main contenders for the title are all well and truly together, as Morna Edis needs to score the points, and he's pulling clear of Devon Munsami. And Devon Munsami will be looking after Kern Francis as far as he possibly can. They are teammates, and Kern Francis has a look down the inside. Simon Mosley just behind him, that's him, and another Peter Lance car. And just behind them we've got Zenzi Mafakwane as they come into Yokohama for the first time to complete lap number 1 out of 8. Very nice and tightly bunched together. Number 22 gets a little bit wrong there. Chakane Mofokeng will also keep an eye on the progress of the 2 ladies at the back of the field. They started in 12th and 13th positions, respectively. Lindy Dlamini and Joy Monoreng cross the line, and Morna Edis has opened up a 1.3 seconds gap over Devon Munsami. Kern Francis still in third position, followed by Simon Mosley. Zenzi Mafakwane down into 5th. Morna Apollos in 6th. Then Chakane Mofokeng, followed by Zakele Zunela in 8th. This is a fine little battle, as Mosley has a look down the inside and takes championship leader Kern Francis into Nashua on a very nice and neat overtaking maneuver there. Oh, there's Joy Monoreng stuck in the gravel, and unfortunately that's the end of her race. So Devon Munsami in second position. He's giving away more time to Morna Edis at the moment. They will be warned about this situation of Joy Monoreng sitting there. There she is, right on the outside of the Super Bowl. Leaving the car there, I'm not sure that that's such a good idea. As Simon Mosley pulls away from Kern Francis. And let's just work it out. 24 first, 17, then 15 and 13. So at the moment, Mona Idas is taking 7 points away from Kern Francis, which will mean that if they remain... Whoa, there is our race leader, Mona Idas, who pulls out of the race. Didn't see whether he spun or had a problem of some kind, but that means that Devon Munsami will go into the lead, and Mona Idas will be absolutely livid with either himself or the car, depending on what happened there. There's a little battle further back. That is Mona Apollos, and in fact, Chakani Mofokeng has gone. It's closing. Mona Apollos has passed Chakani Mofokeng. This is the battle for 6th, and behind them is Yujil Mongao. So the three-way battle for 6th position with Mona Apollos in car number 10, ahead of number 22, Chakani Mofokeng. Oh, Mofokeng gets it wrong in the Vodacom car, and very good reaction there from Yujil Mongo, who saw it happen and did well to avoid that car. Now, don't do it, don't overdo it. Well done, well done. Good control there. Oh dear, that's our second lady racer, Lindy Dlamini, just parking on the outside of the Goodyear sweep, and unfortunately, Chakani Mofokeng in the gravel, so that is the end of his race. We've got 9 cars left in this race. Into the sweep, down the Caltex My Shop, into the ambulance sweep for the final time, now into the Super Bowl. And indeed, Simon Mosley has closed that gap, but I suspect that Devon Munsami is just maintaining the gap, making sure that he's not passed by Mosley, but Mosley should be very happy with this performance, coming from 7th on the grid. I suspect that there may be some question asked, well, are we going to see a final attack here in the final corner? They go through Vodacom, line astern, and it is going to be Devon Munsami, unless something disastrous happens now. Devon Munsami comes and he crosses the line for the 3rd time this season. That should elevate him into 2nd in the championship. And indeed it does, as we confirm those results. Devon Munsami takes the victory ahead of a great drive from Simon Mosley. Kern Francis does what he needs to do in 3rd position.
You surprised that nobody challenged you?
Actually, yes, I expected a bit more competition than that, but I guess our car was turned out quite well and managed to pull it off.
Well, it's nice to know that there's really nobody challenging you when you've got another race later in the day.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to go for the 2nd place in the championship now, so we'll have to see now what happens there.
The 10th and final round of the 2002 Vodacom Masondo Sports 2000 series. And the man in pole position is Devon Munsami, who leads the field around Vodacom corner for the final time this year. And they are under starters orders. This is a championship decider race as well, as Devon Munsami leads Mona Idas, Kern Francis, Zenzi Mafakwane. Those are the top 4. Kern Francis leading the championship by 16 points over Devon Munsami, as they are on the way. And 8 laps ahead of us now. At the moment, it is Devon Munsami who leads Mona Idas. Mona Idas, who had such a bad race the previous time around, he wants to make up for that. Slots into 2nd position, remains where he started. And shadows getting very long here at Kyalami. A great day's racing so far. No doubt they will add to the action that we have seen so far today. That's Simon Mosley working his way through. Oh, 3 cars, 2 cars, almost touching there. 3 cars going off in Nashua for the first time. It seems just about everybody else came through quite safely. That is Zenzi Mafakwane. Started in 4th position, still remains in 4th place as the top 2 begin to pull away. Devon Munsami needs to win this race. He can't do anything less than that. He's got Mona Idas on his tail, and then he has got Kern Francis, the man who leads the championship, in 3rd position. Kern Francis will do well just to stay there, because even if he does give away some points. Oh, and there's somebody else going off. That is Lindy Dlamini, one of the lady racers. Now he is looking around the outside, trying to get the slingshot and get a better run out of the Yokohama Kink on the run to Vodacom. Zenzi Mafakwane watching things, and oh, he's better keep his eye on where he's going, and this can be a dangerous situation as they come out of the Yokohama Kink almost unsighted, but he will kick himself for throwing away that position there. As the 2 race leaders come across the line neck and neck, and it is in fact Mona Idas who crosses the line first, but will he have maintained that position? Yes, indeed. Morna Idas goes past and takes the lead ahead of Devon Munsami. Munsami will not be happy with that situation. He needs to get to the front again. And all the time, Kern Francis is watching and waiting for something to go wrong. He would certainly like to go out the season with a race win. He's pretty certain of taking the championship. Basically just needs to finish in something like 9th or 10th position to still maintain enough of a lead. And Simon Mosley has moved up. Simon Mosley has now moved up into 4th position. And he's closing in. Simon Mosley, who did not put in the time and had to start at the back of the field. Oh, and this is a contact between the two of them. And Idas gets spun around by Munsami, heads to the wall, and that is probably terminal damage to that car. There will be damage to the left-hand suspension of that car at the front. And poor Morna Idas has another rotten race. That car's going nowhere. And it's better, I think, yes, Morna to park it there. And here comes Mosley. Mosley down the inside. Oh, that was very close again. Just in the exit of Telkom curves. Kern Francis is doing a great job of defending here, but things can go wrong so easily and so quickly. That's his left Munsami to begin clear off into the distance. And Kern Francis again under attack from Simon Mosley, a very dangerous position here on the track. Goodyear corner is not the place where you want to touch any other car. There's a wall waiting on the inside and big sandpit waiting for you on the outside. And that is Akeli Zunene in 4th position, being chased by Ujel Mongo. And Zenzi Mofokwane has now dropped to 6th position, as we say. Oh, and there's that's Ipiwe Mangale. Oh, and here comes Mosley. Here comes Mosley. Don't turn into him. Mosley forces his way past. That is a good overtaking maneuver. Forces Kern Francis down to 3rd. Francis tried to defend that, but he gave up on that, and cleverly so as well, because he knows that even if he does finish in 3rd position, he will still be the champion. And Simon Mosley will get one of his best results of the season. The flag awaits them, and Devon Munsami will come across the line and take his 2nd victory of the day, his 4th of the season. Very happy. That's the man to watch out for next year. But unfortunately, he got a 10-second penalty from the clerk of the course for an infringement. That drops him to 3rd in the race, but still 2nd in the championship. Simon Mosley takes the victory ahead of the new champion, Kern Francis.
Kern, the Isondo 2000 championship stays in the Francis household.
Yes, it does indeed. First it was Chad and now it's me. And I'm thrilled to be here.
Bit of celebrating tonight?
Oh, I would say a lot of celebrating tonight. I owe it all onto my team. If it hadn't been for Wayne, for Mike, for Team Protosport, this wouldn't be possible. Thanks so much, guys. I owe it all to you.
And our congratulations to Kern Francis for winning the Isondo Sports 2000 series. Andre, another series win through consistency.
Yes, Kern Francis did an excellent job this year. He stayed out of trouble, even up to this last race. He didn't get involved in squabbles on track, and scored points in just about every race. And he's a really useful little race car driver. And I think if anybody is looking for a driver for production cars or polo, there's your man.
And that's all we have time for. A phenomenal 2002 race season, though.
It was fantastic.
And
absolutely fantastic. The Vodacom Power Tour worked as it should.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, we'll be back with Vodacom on track next year in February, of course, on Supersport 2. And we pay a very worthy tribute to our champions for 2002. And from the Vodacom On Track team, thanks for joining us, and we wish you all a blessed and safe festive season. Until early next year, goodbye from us.